basically in high school, I placed my identity in sports, in academics and friendships, and I had that all taken away my senior year. And the Lord actually took that year to rebuild me, remind me of who I was, that I was his son, that my faith was something that could root me and provide for me. But I actually don't want to focus on that. I want to actually talk about how this community has transformed my life, how specifically being a part of CSU has brought me to the point where I am today. So graduating high school, I came into college knowing that I wanted to grow my faith, that I knew that my faith was important to me, but I wasn't exactly sure how that was going to manifest itself, how that was going to work out. So as a freshman, I came on the fall retreat. After the fall retreat, I joined a small group of a bunch of guys that met the entire year, and that small group of guys changed my life. I had encountered the Lord in prayer and adoration before. I had been on retreats and experiences before, but I had never encountered brotherhood and friendship like what I experienced that first year here in CSU. I was so blessed. My small group leader, Raiden, some of you guys know him. He was a missionary here last year. Really just loved me super well. He loved all the guys in our small group. And the guys that were in that small group are some of the best, my best friends, guys that I still call to this day. I still chat with. I'm fortunate enough to room with one of them, Evan. I met him on the fall retreat 3 whole years ago. And the impact that he has had on my life has been profound. And so it was the small group, the consistency of meeting regularly as men. It was the brotherhood that I experienced in that group. It was the welcoming nature of the entire community to draw me in, to make me feel that I'm loved, that I belong. And it was the deep friendships. I've met so many other guys, so many of the women. These are amazing people that have impacted my life in so many ways. As a sophomore, I was able to help do social team like Brett and Ellie are doing now. And I had an older upperclassman gal, Michaela. She took me under her wing. She taught me so many things. It was a real inspiration to work alongside. And the story goes on and on. And so I just want to say that even if you weren't on the fall retreat, even if this is your first Go for Catholic night, I just want to say that CSU has radically transformed my life. And it's not that it's about a club. It's actually so much more than a club. Because it's about a community of people that are all seeking the Lord, that are all striving to come to know him, that all desire the absolute best for one another. And the cool thing is we actually all, we know what is best for each other, and it's not us. It's not any one person here. It's actually the Lord, the person that we're able to receive at Mass every Sunday. So, yeah. But why is CSU important? Because it's a group of people that all recognize these things together and that are all striving to go after that. So that's how CSU has impacted my life. I want to talk more generally about what CSU has to offer. What else is there to CSU? We've done the fall retreat now. What else is there, right? Why? How is CSU here to help you in your journey of faith? So there's a few things that I would really encourage you to consider, think about, and other ways to get involved. The first of which is small groups, which are going to be launching tonight. So small groups, as I mentioned, are a great way to join a group of men or women and meet consistently every other week to talk about your life, your faith, your struggles, and to go over some content and really just help you mature in your spiritual journey. This has affected my life, Danny's life, and so many lives of any of the veteran students. So if you know any of the sophomores, ask them. Small groups have been extremely impactful, and I would highly encourage that you consider joining one. Friendships, CSU has friendships that go deeper than a lot of worldly relationships because they're rooted on common ground, that solid ground of a relationship with the Father. So it's not just you and another person, it's you and another person and then the Lord. So there's 3 parts to that relationship, which actually really helps strengthen it. And so you can walk in for the very first time and someone will come up and meet you because they know that Christ is living in you. And that's a really cool environment because, yeah, we're all just loving on each other because we all see how good God is. Yeah, unconditional love. So we're not perfect here at CSU. We're never going to claim to be, but we do our best to reflect, yeah, the Catholic faith, God's love. And we recognize that we all come from different places in life. Some of us are wounded, hurt. This is a place where you're welcome. Even if you're not Catholic, not even Christian, like, we want you to feel welcome here because you belong. Yeah, so that's like a huge thing, is that you are always welcome here. You will always be welcome here. We're a family, really. And then finally, one of the really, really cool things that we're so blessed to have here at CSU is access to all the spiritual resources. We're really blessed to have confession available every day after daily Mass, adoration in the afternoons. We have Mass, which is amazing, every day as well. And then we also have an amazing staff. We have missionaries from St. Paul's Outreach. We have the Brotherhood of Hope. We've got Father Jake. And we have so many other great student leaders. So yeah, CSU is more than just a student organization. It's a community, it's a family, it's a group of people that are all striving to dive into their faith. But we want to meet you where you're at. So yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit about like how CSU has impacted my life, and share a little bit more about what CSU might offer to those of you that might be on the fence, that might be considering getting more involved. And these are just a few of the things that you could get involved in, that you could do to further your spiritual growth. So any of those things, like going to confession once a month, that's a super powerful tool to receive God's forgiveness, not just once at the fall retreat, but actually continually. Going to adoration, taking that time for prayer, or even going to Mass. We've been trying to push these Friday Masses, so that can be a great space to do that as well.